season, 10 wrestlers going to nationals. Just your thoughts.
Oh, it's pretty emotional because I think of the senior class. It's a special class. We have some special kids, and I was telling you about Mikey England. He wasn't feeling too good. He had a stomach virus 2 days ago and couldn't practice, and come back and win those matches like that. And Drake Hottishall winning his fourth straight. He's our first 4-time conference champ. Quietly, nobody knows about him. He just keeps winning. But Alan getting OW. I mean, these guys are wrestling for a bigger purpose. Every weekend of the year, they've been wrestling that way. It's a very unselfish team, which makes a special team.
Just about everybody will know about your team though now. Won't they head into St. Louis? You can't run or hide anymore, Coach.
We're pretty consistent.
What about Dev Mellon? Lost that kid a couple times. Big win against Cabell there.
Yeah, it's a big win because he hasn't beaten them. And go out there and follow the game plan, get the takedown. He secured it and took his time. Really happy for him because now he's going in with a higher seed at the NCAAs, which is important.
Brian, what do you think about Drake getting 4-time conference title?
He just quietly just wins, and does the job, and he's physical and gets after it and never changes. And, he's going into NCAAs healthy and really feeling strong. I'm excited for it.
He showed some emotion there after that. You don't see that much from him.
They're seniors. They can kind of see that this journey could be over soon, and it's been fun. I mean, they really, really care about each other. They're a very close team. These guys have been together since they were kids at youth tournaments, Alan and him and Evelyn, so they kind of see it's special, but they don't want it to end because they're having a good time. We're wrestling our butts off.
Right, of all the accomplishments all your wrestlers have had over the years, to have the first guy to get 4 straight conference championships, what does that mean?
It's for Drake. He'll just tell you he don't even want to talk to you guys. So I call him the lunch pail. He'll just show up every day and work his butt off, and he just works and works. If you ever watch him in the practice room, you're like, this guy's insane how hard he goes. But that's how he wrestles, and that's why he wins so consistent. He's just a special kid. But he's our quiet leader. And everybody, you talk to anybody on our team, they'll say, I want to follow Drake. I want to be like Drake.
Is Alan kind of on a mission right now?
He always has been, but this year he just seems so calm out there and scoring points and scoring leg attacks and just getting after it that he's been that way all year. And I'm just excited for the national tournament for this team because they just believe right now, and that's important. They're believing.
Was there a little competition amongst the guys for the outstanding wrestler honor? I mean,
they really don't care about that stuff. They have no idea because the coaches vote, and whoever gets it, gets it. But when you look at Alan's tournament, how many points he scored, he probably scored 30, 40 points in 3 matches. He was racking up he did a great job. He definitely deserved it.
How excited are you? You look like you had fun with this today, and now there's one more stop.
One more stop.
Yeah,
we had 4 goals this season, and we got 3 done. So now we'll enjoy this for a couple more hours. We're meeting tomorrow at 3:30, and it's focused on St. Louis, which has been the ultimate focus of the season.
Brian, what do you think about having all 10 qualified?
Well, that's important. You got to get all guys out there because you have 10 guys that can score. It just gives you an advantage at the national tournament. But that's, I really think what Mikey did, that was amazing because he couldn't really walk the other day. He was throwing up and didn't feel good, and I'm like, all right, hopefully he'll get better and better. And losing his first match and knowing he has to come back through the backside, and we had a hope the Northern Illinois guy lost that match to the Ohio guy, and everything kind of fell in place, and he caught fire. But I really believe that's just the way we train all year, and these kids buy in and believe that he just said, hey. And I tell them all the time, the longer a tournament goes, the better it is for our program. Just the way we live and the way we do things, that your body's going to hold up better.
What first time you guys have ever automatically qualified all 10 to nationals?
That's good. I don't have to wait a couple days to make hotel plans. So.
Hey, Coach, can you talk about Jaden, his performance? I mean, he's been 53 matches in a row, I think, so consistent as anyone in the NCAA.
Yeah. He was a little run down too, but he got the job done. That kid's hard to wrestle. He's lost to that kid last year and beat him in the match. That kid's got a really good high single, and we fought it off and spun behind, got the takedown, and did what we had to do. So, he's just special. He just knows how to win. And there's some kids that are like that. I've coached some guys. I've been fortunate to coach people like that. And Jaden is special.
You talk about Sinan and
that was awesome. Old Zach was a backup in the beginning of the year and gets into the lineup and has 1 qualifier, and he knows, there's that pressure. We didn't talk about it, but you got to win the conference, kid, to qualify. And he had battles all the way through. And to get that takedown at the end and ride, man, that was sweet. I was pumped.
Yeah, were you most pumped after? You seemed pretty fired up about that one.
Because that's big, because there's a chance he could have gotten that large, but I didn't want it to go to that. I want him, and I think the great thing our team did is the whole tournament we were the shooters. We were attacking, we were shooting, and we got rewarded for it because you get wins when you shoot.
And what about
your team's effort to close out close matches there?
We've been doing that all year, though. You know, so it's just something we teach. It's something we practice. It's something we've been doing in matches, and they believe that if the match is they're in it, they're going to win it at the end. So that was big. That shot was nice.
What about Mays too? I mean, he won late.
He had a tough weekend.
Yeah.
He lost a tough match where he was hitting a lot of shots. He just couldn't get a takedown, and then he had to come back and get that takedown at the end. And there was 14 seconds, and I think the other kid probably relaxed a little. And we teach the kids you got to wrestle 7 minutes, and he wrestled and got the takedown with a second on the clock. That's the way we want it done.
But you've been preparing for invitationals tournaments all year long. Is this week any different, or is it just stick to the plan?
I'm not changing a thing. I'd be an idiot if I did. So we just got to keep them focused. I always tell my coaches, we got to get the horses in the gate. We get them in the gate, they just run, and that's what we have right now. You know, we'll work on some things. We'll watch film. We'll prepare when the brackets come out. But we've been doing that all year, and we actually trained pretty hard coming through this tournament. That now we'll pull them back a little. We'll get a couple good hard lifts in, a good hard training days here at the end of this week, but then it's ready for St. Louis.
We've talked before about the fact that when you came in, the future of this program wasn't secure. What does it mean now that the program's come as far as it has?
The crowd today, the whole weekend was amazing. I mean, our guys were up talking about it going, man, it's like, I looked up and I grew up a Steeler fan. I thought I was at a Steeler game with the terrible towels. It was sweet, but that's special. I had a friend of mine who coaches for the Kansas City Chiefs, Dave Togue, and he was on the hiring committee at Missouri, and he showed up yesterday, and he called me, and he's like, after the first day with a round, he's like, man, I walked in, and there were towels, and there was a crowd, and he goes, it's changed from the days when we were on the track with 20 people. And I said, oh yeah, the people are buying in, and they're believing in Missouri wrestling.
I saw a lot of kids with wrestling t-shirts. How big is it that you've built the program statewide?
This is a great wrestling state, so kids should want to be here now, and they do. And you look at our special senior class, there's a lot of Missouri boys. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.